Five. Every time I write a rhyme, I feel like Megatron going against Stop for this prime for the very last time. What's going on? Welcome to a little thing that we call the Cipher 360. I am your host, Marcus, the Kidd Warren, and with me is my man, Muff. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, man, because you know it's about to go down on Tuesday.
I know what's going down on Tuesday.
I'll be so happy when this is over. Know what I mean?
Mm.
One of the funniest things, too. Well, today, first of all, what's going to be the theme of this show today?
Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge. We all over the place.
We're all over the place
and
today.
It's going to be an overall theme, really, of the political an election that's coming up on Tuesday.
Yes, but today's Saturday.
Today's Saturday.
Today's
so remind
Saturday.
you, by the time you guys see this, we will already have a new there will be a new term. Hopefully, if you're Cipher 360, Barack Obama is going to continue on his second term as president, or Mitt Romney may very well be our president, screwing all you guys who voted for him just because you thought it was the right thing to do.
Okay, for me, it's a win-win.
How is it a win-win?
To me, it's a win-win, Muff, because look, we support Barack Obama. That's no secret.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? If Mitt Romney wins,
Right.
I'll also be happy because Republicans would just stop crying. Just please, just stop. I mean, lately it's been crazy. Been off the hook with the freak. I mean, acting like the guy is not even the president, like he's not even a real president, like he's lazy, like he's this, like he's that. Oh, Donald Trump wants his transcript from the school, this, that, and the other thing. Everybody's just doodling all over my man, and I'm tired of hearing it. So if Mitt Romney becomes president, I'm going to sit back and say, okay, well look, y'all got the ball, y'all got to do what y'all got to do, and now just stop crying.
I would submit to you, Kidd, and everyone out there, that the worst thing for the Republican Party right now would be for Mitt Romney to win as president.
Well, he's not going to win. I'm putting in my prediction right now. Barack Obama will win.
But let me tell you why I think this is the worst thing that could happen to Republicans.
Tell me why. Tell me why, son.
That the Republican Party, especially moderate Republicans, Republican Party have to be more progressive in the way they think. They have to reach out more.
Mm-hmm.
If they win, it's going to give enough juice to the far right, teabaggers,
mm-hmm.
people like that, the crazies on the far right, to actually think that they're right, even though they have no solutions whatsoever. The Republican Party, if they want to be viable in the foreseeable future, more viable in a society that's becoming more mixed, more minority-driven, more equality, gender equality,
mm-hmm.
you have to be more progressive. You can't continue to preach the same philosophy and let these social conservative issues hijack your party, like abortion. Okay,
mm-hmm.
like what's another social conservative issue?
Gay marriage.
Gay marriage. All right,
mm-hmm.
that cannot be the crux of your party. If you're all about fiscal conservatism, lower taxes, smaller government, that's one thing to talk about. I can actually hear that argument.
Yes.
I'll debate you. I don't necessarily agree with it, because if my argument for less government, your argument for less government, Republican, right now should be shot down by what's going on with the hurricane right now. Okay, mind you that Mitt Romney, as of this broadcast that we're doing right now, said not too long ago that he would privatize
mm-hmm.
Relief efforts. FEMA, get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Privatize, let the states handle it. Okay. Mm-hmm. You see right now, it takes everything, the state level, the federal level, and the local level to work in conjunction in order to fight this thing, and he still might not be enough. So how dare you say that you can just privatize and let things go? You know what I'm saying? So things like that, you guys have to change the way that you think if you want to be progressive and more viable in the near future. Because if he does become president and he starts to implement all these policies that he's talking about, and really there are no policies he's talking about, because I don't even think he really believes in anything, because he keeps flip-flopping, he's going to run the Republicans into the ground. You're going to have another Democrat as president in 4 more years after this anyways, in my opinion.
Well, don't forget, Muff, I mean, at the last minute, he kind of did pull back a little bit on abortion. He said he would not pass any anti-abortion legislation.
So he said one thing, went back and said another.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Now, and also, I think, I can't remember the actual statement, but he was talking about gay adoption. He's not totally against that now. So, I mean, he's kind of pulling back a little bit, trying to get into independence like myself, but I think it's a little bit too late.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Everybody knows who they're going to vote for right now.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying? Yeah, even in the independents, or the low information voters is what I tell them. Because if you know you're going to vote for by now, what the heck is going on with you? Mm-hmm. I mean, to me, I had a guy say to me at work today,
okay,
a guy who I know has it on Fox all the freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
He said, it should be a no-brainer as to who to vote for. I don't care how Republican you are. unless you're just freaking racist, why did you vote for Mitt Romney? It makes no sense whatsoever to vote for him. Back 4 years ago, as bad as I wanted Barack Obama as president, you could have made a case for me, say for Sarah Palin, that John McCain should be your president.
John McCain.
Now, I would understand that argument. I might not agree with you, but I understand it. This dude they have running right now is an absolute clown on different levels.
Well,
His campaign is a clown. That's the word. The campaign is. Oh my gosh.
Now, just playing devil's advocate, Muff, I can say to myself, okay, what if I'm in a Republican state of mind right now? And I mean, but you have to look at it like this: Mitt Romney is a Republican, and he is a businessman. If I can get rid of all the other BS, if I can get rid of all the flip flopping, which is a lot to get rid of, to push it aside, especially what he just said about Chrysler, about sending jobs to China.
They're not going to be bogged down with fact checkers. They're not going to be bogged down. People who I can lie to you quicker than you could check without telling the truth. Now.
Good point. But Mitt Romney is a businessman, so that's what I'm thinking. I mean, hey, let us know. Let us know what you guys are thinking, and also you can let us know on our Twitter account. We are Kidd and Muff 44 on Twitter. We're also Kidd and Muff 44 on gmail.com. You can also hit us up on our Facebook. We are the Cipher Crew. But getting back to that,
go ahead.
What do you think about Chris Christie? At the last, my man Chris Christie came out and said, hey, politics aside, the president did a great job with dealing with Hurricane Stacy.
What? It's Sandy, right?
Sandy.
You just make it up.
Hurricane Rashika. Hurricane Rashika was
what do you think if I elect a Republican president, y'all, you're gonna start having racist things like racist black hurricane names, like Hurricane Shanae.
But you know what got me thinking about Stacey was the whole thing about Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash, she kind of like went in back to Mitt Romney on this, and a lot of people gave her a lot of crap for it, just like the people that give it. Hurricane Ray Ray. Shaniqua.
Yep.
Go ahead and vote you know what? Oh my, that would be so great. I would love to see somebody by the shores of New York talking about, they got the little slicker on. Yes, we're down here and we're right in the wake of Hurricane Shanae. We're down here and the thing is really kicking up. Shanae's getting a real bitch.
It's all the rage of a black girl. All the rage.
But anyway, I digress. But anyway, one thing that you were talking about before, we were talking about Stacey Dash, we were talking about Chris Christie. One of the things, before we start talking about any hip-hop news or anything else like that, what makes you think makes people vote for Barack Obama, since we're talking about why do people vote for Mitt Romney? I mean, I know I have my reasons.
Okay. I mean, I had a friend of mine and I had a discussion recently as to whether it's right for black people to vote for Barack Obama on the strength that he's black.
Okay, which I'm sure there are.
A lot of people did that. Mm-hmm. But I told her, well, I'll be honest, I voted for Barack Obama because he's black, but let me tell you why. Let me frame this a little bit for you.
You just screwed the pooch because you said that. People are already tuned off. Said, I told you, he voted for him because he's black.
Well, yes, but I tell you why. Look, my grandmother, late grandmother, God rest her soul, before she passed away, was born in 1917. She grew up in the South. It did my heart great that I was able to vote for a black person who shared the same political ideology that I had, that I could freely give my vote to him so that she could see a black man being president. Now, there's other black people that had the opportunity to vote for that I never voted for. I was a registered independent at one time. I never voted for Alan Keyes when he ran for president. Although he ran in a Republican primaries, he never ran for president himself. So
okay,
but that's neither here nor there. The point of the matter is, there were black people that have run for office beforehand. I didn't vote for in strength of just because they're black, because I didn't share the same political ideology. So I would submit to that person. What I said to that person was that, okay, I was able to vote for him because he was black, just like you being a woman, you'd like to vote possibly for Hillary Clinton. But if Hillary Clinton was Michelle Bachmann, would you vote for her? Probably not.
Some might.
But she wouldn't, because they didn't share the same political ideology. But because Hillary Clinton's ideology was the same as her ideology, she was more than happy to give her vote to a woman who could easily be president one day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see that as being a problem, going forward. If Barack Obama was a jerk, and let me back up a little bit. Every person, black person that has power, whether it be in politics or even in the judicial system, I'm not for. I mean, I'm Clarence Thomas. I can't stand Clarence Thomas. He's black. Now we don't vote for Supreme Court justices, but my point is, I don't
jury is
support
still
that.
out on that one, by the way, about him being black. No pun intended.
No, man, have you seen how dark that brother was? God, no, man. He came out there with a judicial coat on. I thought he was naked. That brother black as hell. Like his body in a gavel. Is he black? He crazy? Hell yeah, he black.
Okay, all right.
Black as hell.
I digress.
Anyways.
I mean, but the one thing I always tell people, because I've had people say to me all the time, "Oh, we only voted for Barack Obama because he's black." Well, here's what I think. You know, if Herman Cain was running for president, you know, if he had won the primary in the Republican Party, do you think I would have voted for Herman Cain? Do you think every person out there, every black person out there would have said, "I'm just going to vote for this guy just because he's black"?
No, hell no. Look.
999.
Let me back up. Let me talk this to y'all to even drive my point home. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Herman Cain won the Republican nomination. Let's just say he won it, right?
Okay.
And he went against, say, I don't know, Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
She won the Democratic nomination.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, Hillary would get, I'd say, of the black vote, I'd give it 90% of the black vote, at least.
Oh, at
Might
least.
be 95% of the black vote would go to Hillary Clinton before we go to Herman Cain.
Mm-hmm.
All day.
I agree.
So you can't tell me that we're going to vote somebody just because they're black. It's got to be some issue in there that we're for.
Mm-hmm.
If that issue falls in line and we like you as a person,
mm-hmm.
Look, who hates black people more than black people? Black on black crime is something crazy. We don't go, every time, have you ever seen a game picker say, you know what, man, break yourself, fool, you lucky you black, because I'll bust a cap in yourself. No, that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? That make you uncomfortable. Got a little
Yeah, a little bit.
Sorry.
A little bit. I'm a little
I
bit
felt
rattled.
uncomfortable doing it. I had to catch myself. Break your... We wildin', man. I know, right? Listen.
I'm about to give you my wallet.
We're not going to vote, so it's got to be some issue involved in order for us to do that. So I don't buy it just because he's black.
Mm-hmm.
I think people who bring that up, it's more of a reflection of how they think that it is, how the person they're accusing that of thinking.
Oh.
The point being is that if you look at the race baiting, even to me, the closer this election gets, and the more panicky the right gets, the blacker they try to make Barack Obama seem.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'd seen something on YouTube. I saw Barack Obama doing a pop lock. You know, so he had super. I'm kidding, but they probably, you know. In fact, there's a term for it, the Negroification or niggerification. I actually heard that term of Barack Obama. In other words, the right is really trying to make him seem as black as possible, so they can fearmonger people into voting for, you know, Mitt Romney.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think a lot of that was probably wasted in the first. You should have done that in the first election with him.
Mm-hmm.
Here, people don't trip as much. People are more driven by whether or not this dude's going to help the economy or not.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part. In my opinion, the only two issues that is going to determine this election.
Mm-hmm.
The young people, to me, and this is what scares me, I don't see the enthusiasm for the young people like I did in the first election. The young people in general. You know what I mean? I hope they get out and vote. I think it's been offset a little bit by the fact that Mitt Romney's been scaring these women half to death about telling them what they can do with their bodies. And Barack Obama is actually, ironically, winning a lot of the seniors because of what's going on with the healthcare thing. Mm-hmm. So I think that might offset the attrition from based on the enthusiasm of the kids, you know, whether or not they're going to come or not. You know?
Okay, let me ask you this much. I mean, you were talking about how many senior citizens are going to vote for Mitt Romney, how many percentages of women are going to vote for Mitt Romney. My question is this. You saw the percentage of people who are voting for Mitt Romney, whether it be young white, old black, whatever.
Different demographics.
Mitt Romney has 0.0% of the black vote. Now, do you think somebody could actually win an election with 0% of the black vote? And I'm sure there are black people that are going to vote for Mitt Romney. It's just, you know what I'm saying.
Well, you can't. Well.
I stumped you.
Yeah, I mean,
I stumped you.
No. Right. Can they? I mean, it can be done. Mm-hmm. They don't even reach out to black people. They don't. You know what I mean? Republicans, man, they don't reach out to people other than primary. Look, they go and they patronize women. They'll go to a black church or two, see what not they, and they'll go in there like, okay, you know, they'll say whatever, and black people in the church doing looking like this. That's the whole thing. They're not. They know they're not going to get the black vote. They already know that going in. But it's because they don't really try to be progressive in what their ideology is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So until they change that and really make a real effort to reach out, get a little bit younger, get the old stereotypical CEO types out of there, and some of the people that's going to roll up their sleeves and just keep it 100 with you, and just talk about, you know, fiscal responsibility, fiscal conservatism, and that type of thing. That might resonate with some blacks, especially as more and more blacks continue to do well in this economy. Nobody's doing well in this economy, but blacks, for the most part, are doing as well as they've ever done historically. So if that continues to happen, you're gonna have more of an ear to a middle class or upper middle class black person talking about lowering their taxes, if that's what you're really going to do. But if you keep talking about lowering taxes just for corporations, I don't know who the hell you're going to get. You know, whether you're white or black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. Yeah, I do believe what you said in the beginning was like the downfall of the Republican Party, which makes me think, is there going to be a Republican Party, like, I don't know, maybe 20 years down the line because of these social issues? The social Republican, I think, is destroying the Republican Party, and I'll tell you why. Because people want to be progressive, okay? And people say, well, we don't want to be progressive, we want to stick with old-fashioned American roots. Well, let me tell you something about old-fashioned American roots. If we weren't progressive, black people would still be in chains. If we weren't progressive, women wouldn't be able to vote, so on and so forth. So we need that progressive ideology instead of just staying back and saying, no, this is what we stand for, this is us.
Right.
And young Republicans, and I'm reaching out to you guys need to be a stronger voice. It's like I said in another show a long time ago, it's not the conservative ideology. That's perfectly fine. It's not Republican ideology. It's not being Republican, period. It's your leaders that are batshit crazy.
Well, you're far right. And you guys, listen, y'all made a deal with the devil when y'all got in bed with those teabaggers. I really believe that.
I'm not going there.
You know, it's ridiculous. I mean, the far right has hijacked the Republican Party. You know what I mean? You should have a moderate Republican up there running for president, and the place would be like to me. I put my foot in my mouth here. By the time this goes on, I'm gonna be looking crazy. But I really think I look to Barack Obama to win by more in this election than he did in the last election. That's my
Get
prediction.
out of here.
Yeah, man.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Yup.
Okay, well, I think that says it all. We've been sitting here talking for a while. I mean, I wanted to get in some hip-hop news and stuff like that. Unless you have anything from
yes, you know, hip-hop news. By the way, I'll say this to you guys. It's coming up at the end of the year. And just like last year, we're going to be a little bit punctual with our year-end nominations for the best underground, best major hip-hop album, best MC, best verse, and all that business. So we want you guys to start doing right now because we listen to what you guys say. If we miss something, we don't want to miss anything. But if we miss something, make sure you put your bid in right now by emailing us or hitting us. Tell them where they can hit us up once again.
They can hit us up at Kidd and Muff 44. That's KIDDANDMUFF 44 at gmail.com. You can also hit us up at Kidd and Muff, same thing on Twitter. You can also hit us up on Facebook. We are the Cipher Crew.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, sir.
So hit us up with those different emails and Facebook. Let us know what you think about what your favorite artist of the year was, your favorite verse of the year, favorite album of the year, favorite song of the year, all this. And we're going to take that into consideration.
Yes, sir.
Try to marry it with what it is that we think and see what we come up with, And maybe what I'd look to do, if we get enough responses from you guys, is have both what the fans say and what we say as far as with the albums and different categories, the best of the year. So
great idea.
Bottom line is, in a few weeks, we're going to have our year-end best of show for 2012. So be on the lookout for that.
Yes, sir. Be on the lookout for that. And don't forget, if you get this before the election, get out and vote. And if you haven't, congratulations, Barack Obama.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
I know that's right.
Congratulations, sir. Why? Because the Cipher said so, son. Peace. Hope I don't have to eat my words.
Yeah, and you don't stop. My man Trey, and you don't stop. Johnny Boombats, and you don't stop. My man Muff, and you don't stop. My nigga Woo, and you don't stop. Little Brooklyn, and you don't stop. Grand Jury, and you don't stop. Jay White, and you don't stop. Cipher Music, and you don't stop. Check it, we rise from the grave with the eyes of a slave. We strive to survive, rocking the mic live, no surprise that we paid. We created a trade that became a craze, it wasn't vice versa. Gave birth to a verse and baptized it in cursive. If you thirst for the real, then travel no further. We murder the fraudulent motherfuckers and went out to get burgers. We hip-hop carnivores, living by the